One of the things that people don't do enough of, two things they don't do. One, they don't ask for prior knowledge. So this will save you so much time and aggravation. If at the beginning of a clinic, you say, okay, tell me what you know about this particular topic. Today's topic is this. Today's topic is poaching. What do you know about poaching? Right? And then somebody says something good, and you go, yep, excellent. Everybody understand that? Okay. Somebody says something that's wrong, and you go, thank you. We're going to clarify that. Don't let anybody ever be wrong. That's not going to be a good look. But you can go, thank you. Thanks for sharing. I have a clarification. So we'll get into that a little bit later. Anybody else? Right? What else do you know? And then, what do you know about return poaching? Once they're out of answer, then you know what you not to teach over again.
Yeah.
You can clarify the thing that was wrong, and then you know that everybody's up to a certain level. Then you teach the next thing after that. It's universal. Everybody hates to be told stuff that they already know.
One thing that I do, especially if I'm working with a new student, or a new student that is an established player, is I give them a warning. I said, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions because I need to know what you know, and what you know and what I know need to be on the same page. If you ever don't understand what I'm saying, stop me. Say, Mike, you're an idiot. Like, what the hell are you saying?
Like that happened. Yeah, I can see somebody going, Mike, you're an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
it hasn't happened yet. They laugh and they relax and they're like, oh, that's funny. And I'm like, yeah, seriously, if you don't understand what I'm saying, this isn't going to work out. We need to be able to communicate properly and clearly. And they're like, oh, cool, I like that.
We have a question from Charlotte Albaster. Do ladies learn differently from men? Is that she's trying to get us in trouble here. Well, anyway.
How about this? People learn differently from people. Individuals learn differently from individuals.
Yes, everybody learns differently. One thing I've noticed is that my female clients tolerate much more talk than my male clients. So for instance, when we're in the early part of the lesson, we're warming up, we're talking about what we're going to work on today, and we do, how are the kids, how's everything at home, In fact, some of my clients want to know what's going on with me, and we might go 10 full minutes with no real instruction, but we caught up. And it's like, all right, now that we're warmed up, we're all the way rallying from the baseline, and we've done chit chat time.
So hold on. Let me stop you there. It's important to note that you have been hitting balls this entire time.
Yes.
I have seen pros chit chat for the first 10 minutes and not hit a single ball for the first 10 minutes of their lesson.
Yeah. Let's start the new Master Pro test. And this is a big box to check. Can rally while socializing. Rallies well without missing, challenges the other player, makes them feel incredibly happy while talking.
Can run their feet just as well as they run their mouth.
Yes, uses their racket as well as they runs their mouth. That's important. In general, and these are sweeping generalizations because I've had ladies who come out, they shush me. It could be that they are slow verbal processors because, everybody has different capacities and all that talk gets in the way. In fact, I just got fired again by the same lady who came back to me twice for different sets of lessons. And she said, I just talk way too much for her, so she's leaving. And I'm like, all right, goodbye. mean, yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. And I was like being extremely mindful to not talk. But
well, if you know what the chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A tastes like, and you've had it twice before, and you don't like it, don't go back to Chick-fil-A to get the chicken sandwich again.
You know, I don't often blame mental health issues on a client not returning, but this is one of those. So then, okay, men are so much less likely to even take a lesson. My experience is that for every 12 kids that take a lesson, there are 4 women and 1 man that will come out and take a lesson. So the fact that man comes out on the court means that there's something special about him, because he probably already has enough humility to be able to learn. I keep myself in check. Charlotte's keeping the questions coming. I'll get to that. But anyway, so there's a certain level of humility that a guy's got to have in order to come onto the court, because most of them think that they're, the expert on everything.
Well, here's a question, Bill. Do men ask for directions on how to get places?
Well, you don't need to anymore. That's the
You don't need to anymore. But let's go back 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years. Okay. If you didn't know how to get somewhere, do you stop at the gas station and ask for directions, or do you buy the map and figure it out yourself?
It all depends.
What's the generalization? What's the joke? The joke, and the joke's funny because it's true, is guys don't ask for directions.
My best way of getting lessons with guys is to point out that they're losing. So I talk a lot of trash with my male members. I'm like, I'll notice when they've lost a match in which they were purely frustrated, and I'll go, "Hey, Steve, wow, that looked like a really tough match. What do you think the difference was? You looked to me like you hit your overhead a couple of times. What was the issue? Do you know what broke down there for you?" And he's like, "Yeah, it might have been my overhead." I'm like, "Oh, all right. Do you think I work on that sometime? Can I help you with that?" But you kind of have to show that there's pain there, that you see the pain, and that you've got a solution. Hey, I think in a 30-minute lesson we can spruce up your overhead pretty quick, and then I'm pretty sure you'll be able to place it effectively and win those points that you're losing. Does it sound like fun? The other interesting thing I noticed too is that once you get 1 or 2 guys who start taking lessons with you, more will come.
Yeah. Once that guy starts raising his level and the 3-5 starts beating the 4-0s, then the 4-0s will start coming to you because the 3-5 just started beating them. And then the 3-5 will start coming to you too, because they just saw that the 3-5 raised their game and started beating the 4-0s, and then it just is a waterfall effect.
I'll coach that guy like he's Rudy, I mean.
Absolutely.